What happens when diabetes goes unchecked? Meet David, a 45-year-old busy dad who thought he was too young and too healthy to worry about diabetes. But when he started experiencing strange symptoms, he knew that something was off. As his story unfolds, you learn about the 10 crucial signs of diabetes that he wishes he had known about sooner. These things can be subtle, but they can also be life-changing. So let's get started. David had always been the life of the party. He was a man of energy and charisma. His friends even often joked that he never slowed down. But over the past few months, he noticed that he was always tired and was waking up 3 to 6 times at night to urinate. He thought his fatigue was due to stress and that the frequent urination was because he was drinking too much water before bed. As it turned out, David was experiencing 2 common symptoms of diabetes. The first symptom is called polyuria, also known as excessive urination. This happens when someone passes so much urine, usually more than 3 liters per day, or has increased urine frequency more than 8 times a day, or has nocturia, which is waking up more than 2 times at night to urinate. The second symptom was that he was fatigued. So fatigue is a feeling of exhaustion or lack of energy that can be severe and disrupt daily life. It's not just feeling tired. You feel like you are completely drained of energy and you are running on empty. In diabetes, fatigue is often caused by high blood sugar levels, which can make it harder for your body to get the energy that it needs. With these symptoms in mind, let's get back to David's journey and see what happens next. Soon, other symptoms followed. David's wife, Amina, pointed out small, soft growths appearing on his neck and under his arms. "David, these skin tags weren't there before," she said, frowning in concern. But he brushed it off, calling it a sign of aging. Amina still wasn't convinced. One morning, David noticed something else while he was dressing for work, a dark velvety patch of skin on the back of his neck. He shrugged it off as dirt, but no matter how much he scrubbed the area, the discoloration known as Acanthosis nigricans remained. So let's talk about these 2 symptoms. The first one is called skin tags. These are soft, small, benign growths on the skin, usually about 2 to 5 millimeters. They are usually harmless and occur in areas where the skin rubs against skin or clothing. The next symptom is known as Acanthosis nigricans, which are dark velvety patches of skin, usually in the flexural areas like the neck, the armpit, or even the groin. Let's get back to David's story. So there were some cuts on his feet, and this happened when he stepped on a sharp object some weeks ago. However, the wound seemed stubborn and was refusing to heal, despite all of his efforts to keep it clean. Amina became concerned when her husband started complaining about unexplainable weight loss, even though his appetite was still the same. So let's talk about these 2 symptoms. The first one is slow healing. So cuts or wounds can take longer than usual to heal, usually more than 2 to 3 weeks. And the next symptom that he was experiencing was unexplained weight loss. So when there is sudden weight loss that is more than 5% of the body weight in 6 to 12 months and is not due to dietary changes, then this is known as unexplained or sudden weight loss. Let's continue with our story. "Something isn't right," Amina finally said. She convinced David to visit a doctor after he began experiencing some more alarming signs. He was experiencing some issues in the bedroom. He was having erectile dysfunction, which was a sensitive topic to discuss with his wife. Let's talk about the 7th symptom. This is known as erectile dysfunction and is defined as an inability to achieve or maintain erection for sexual satisfaction. At the hospital, the doctor asked him if he had noticed anything else. He hesitated before he mentioned the recurrent infections that he had been dealing with, including persistent yeast infections and skin infections. The doctor nodded and explained how high blood sugar levels can weaken the immune system, making infections more frequent. So this leads us to the next symptom, recurrent infections. So infections such as skin infections, urinary tract infections, yeast infections can occur because the body is too weak to fight off these infections. The doctor also asked David if he had been experiencing any digestive problems. That's when David remembered the stomach issues that he had been ignoring. So what David was talking about is known as gastroparesis. Now, what is gastroparesis? This is a condition where the stomach takes too long to empty its contents into the small intestine due to nerve damage from diabetes. And it can lead to symptoms like nausea and vomiting, bloating and discomfort, abdominal pain, feeling full after eating only a small amount of food, and weight loss. By now, David was starting to feel overwhelmed. He also recalled how recently he had struggled to lift his arm while stretching, but he hadn't really thought much about it. And this leads us to the last symptom, frozen shoulder. Now, this is a condition where the shoulder joint becomes stiff and painful, making it difficult to move. So, the person can have reduced mobility when they are moving the shoulder, pain at night, making it hard to sleep, stiffness that worsens over time. The doctor finally concluded, David, many of these signs point to diabetes. I will explain everything about it in a bit and we'll run some tests to confirm. But it's good that you came in today because the earlier we catch it, the better. So in our next video, we're going to be discussing what diabetes is, including the tests to confirm this condition and who is at risk of diabetes. Start your journey to wellness today and subscribe to get instant access to a wealth of health knowledge, including expert interviews, informative videos, and actionable tips. I'll see you in the next video.